I'm going to be upfront about this because it's going to be a thing in this video. I don't really know how to pronounce Heastan. Is it Heston or Heastan? Perhaps it's one of the mysteries lost to time of the Salamander chapter that will only be revealed when Vulcan himself returns. Whatever the pronunciation, when one of my followers commissioned me to build a Primaris version of Heastan, I was down for the challenge. The original model is pretty terrible, more cute than anything else, all chubby and comfy in his blanket. Thankfully, there's already a model that serves as a perfect base for a Primaris version of Heastan, Adrax Agatone. He has a few distinct advantages over just using a vanilla Primaris as a base. Not only is he dynamically posed, he already has salamander decorations on his armor, and his equipment could be easily converted into the 3 relics Heastan carries. His epic scaly cloak without alteration already serves as Kasar's mantle, but the Spear of Vulcan and Gauntlet of the Forge will require a little more work. I started forging the Spear of Vulcan by cutting off the head of the hammer he carries just above the techie bit. I cleaned up the end to make sure it was flat and so I could get a good superglue bond. For the blade of the spear, I decided on this one from a Custodes. I like the blade shape, and the inscription along the flat of it adds detail without reading as explicitly Custodes. I sliced off the blade, glued the stump on, and realized I'd cut too much of the base off of it. The blade comes with 2 gun barrels on either side, which I'd snipped off, but now there wasn't enough base of the blade to get a good bond because of it. To fix it, I simply cut off a second Custodes blade, and this time was more careful with how much I cut off the sides. This time the bond was much stronger and looked good all around. The size of the blade is appropriately heroic for the blood of Vulcan. While it wasn't fully necessary, I decided to try and replicate the standard the original model has over his reactor by carefully and precisely slicing off the tilt shield from Adrax's shoulder and gluing it to the brazier Adrax already has on his reactor. With the tilt shield gone, I sliced down and cleaned the portion of his torso that it had covered. Later, I filled any minor holes with putty and covered the area with an aggressor pauldron. Adrax comes with his own, but the Aquila on it is a bit much, and I prefer a simpler, tougher look. He already has enough decorations on his armor as is. For the Gauntlet of the Forge, I started by slicing off the Melta pistol Adrax originally comes with. For the arm portion, I repurposed one from a Chaos Terminator, as it looked remarkably close to that of the original Heastan model. I carved out the inside to attach a normal Primaris hand, then glued it over the Melta. This worked okay, but was a little too clunky and clumsy for my taste. I decided to start over by using this knife hand from a Primaris Reaver. I snipped off the blade and scraped the outside of his forearm clean, then glued the Melta to it so it looks like the knife handle is a grip. I then cut and bent a section of plastic card to mimic the plate from the original Gauntlet. This again looked okay, but not great. For my third and final attempt, I used the same Reaver arm and scraped the back of it flat. I then glued the Melta to it and used green stuff to attach the arm at the shoulder. While different from the original Gauntlet, I liked the look of this one enough not to change it. And with that, Vulcan Heastan had crossed the Primaris Rubicon. I think he's an effective update, far more dynamic and imposing than the chibi Firstborn version. If you liked this video, hit the like button, check out some of my other Primaris conversions, or subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in commissioning me yourself, there's a link to join my email list in the description box where I'll announce when I'm accepting new ones. Thanks for watching.